the Nitro Girls were a huge part of WCW television, WCW programming. Do you still keep in touch with any of the Nitro Girls?
I have um since well when all of this was going on back 20 years ago when I was doing it, we didn't, like I said, we use MapQuest. I get off the plane and use my MapQuest. Here, a little kid from, really seriously, barely 20 years old, from a tiny little town, trying to figure out how the heck to drive around in Los Angeles with a MapQuest map. Kids these days don't even know what a map is, really. Um, so it was a little bit more difficult to keep in touch with the girls, but I have been able to get in touch with a couple of us, or of the girls, within the last couple few years. And it's interesting because most of us have gotten into healthcare, which I think is kind of interesting.
Yeah, I believe Spice, she does a lot of she's very passionate about the medical field.
Hmm.
Tigress, I believe as well is another one.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think that's very cool that they found something that they like to do and they're pursuing it. I got to interview Che a while back.
Uh-huh.
Uh, so she was great. So it's just so amazing, that you ladies still, the fans still remember you all and the legacies that you know, have kept alive, have kept going.
Thank you. Yes, it is. And I think when I thought about it, I was like, and Star, she was one of the newer ones that was a newer one with me. And she did physical therapy assistant, I think, or maybe physical therapist. I'm an occupational therapist.
Mm.
Yeah. And yeah, I think it's just giving. We are truly loving, giving people who try to be day makers. That's what it's about, making people happy, giving the love, sharing the love. That, if we couldn't do it on stage anymore because we didn't have the ring stage to do it in, we'll find another way. So my way was occupational therapy. I know Spice did chiropractic, I'm pretty sure. And uh uh yeah, Star, yeah, physical therapy. And yeah, a lot of us went into the medical field. It's just I feel like being an entertainer is also loving the people
Yeah.
in the medical field.
Yeah, I mean you're around so many individuals, you know, every day, working in whatever capacity. So,
Mhm.
occupational therapy, what made you decide to pursue that field?
Well, I've had a lot of people ask me, why did you quit Nitro Girls after a year? That is true because I had one semester of school left, just one semester of college. And turns out it was actually a good move because that's when, we were sold to WWE and Nitro Girls were no more at that point. So I really would have only been working like 2 more months or three at that time. So I finished my undergraduate, which was special education. Um, did that, decided, I like kids, but not a lot at one time. And I decided I've always loved the geriatric population. And so the last 15, or since I finished graduate school, I've been with working OT with within a skilled nursing facility helping geriatric patients.
Hmm, that's
Yeah.
very cool.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part about the job?
Oh, oh, there's so many. The families, or getting a patient in who you really do not think, had a massive stroke or something. And, I was a rehabilitation director for quite some time. And I would have to go to care plan meetings and say, it's hard to look at a family and say, listen, mama may not be coming home ever. Mama may not be making it 36 more hours, but mama often did. And that was my favorite part. Just watching and cheer. I may not have been cheering in the ring and I may not have been in the big stage, but I tell you, I was in my patients' ears. I was in their ears and I was praying and letting them know that you believe you achieve. You believe you achieve. Do not give up. You are going to get home. You are going to get better. And that was my favorite part of it.
Yeah, I mean, you motivated them, whenever they were going through a hard time in their life because you don't want these patients to suffer. You want them to get better and get the help that they need so that they can live a healthy life.
Absolutely. And I've held so many families and so many patients and just been like that sounding board for them. And I was just that person for them when they needed it. We all have to be that person for someone at some point in the life in people's lives. And that was my favorite part of it.
Now,